Mexico United forward David Estrada.
Hello to everyone that's graduating in Santa Fe right now. This is David Estrada, player for New Mexico United. Just wanted to congratulate you. I know this is a difficult moment for you guys, but just know that we believe in you guys. We know that you guys are going to be the change that needs to happen in this world, and we're with you. Somos unidos. Hola a todos los que se van a graduar este año en Santa Fe. Solo les quiero mandar un mensaje de felicitaciones. Sé que este es un momento difícil para todos ustedes que no pueden celebrar normalmente, pero nosotros estamos con ustedes y creemos que ustedes van a hacer el cambio que necesitamos ver en este mundo. Felicitaciones y somos unidos.
Senator Tom Udall.
Hello, class of 2020. This is Tom Udall calling into your graduation from Washington, D.C., and I just want to congratulate you on your graduation. You know, these are tough times to graduate. You've had a pandemic, you've got social issues going on, but you are going to be stronger because of it. And let me just tell you how proud all of us are of you in New Mexico of your graduation. I know your families are proud, your friends are proud, but we're all very, very proud of you. Now, one thing I want you to know is I don't have any doubt you're going to be our future leaders. You see all the things around you that are happening in terms of social change and unrest. You're going to be leaders to make our country better. So jump into what you care about and you can get it done. Thank you so much for allowing me to come and talk to you at your graduation. Please let me know what you're doing in the future. Look forward to staying in touch. Cheers, Tom Udall.
Board of Education President Kate Noble.
Hello, graduates, class of 2020, and everybody celebrating the graduates who've been through so much and deserve all of our congratulations and good wishes as they cross this important line that is graduating from high school. The good news is you are now likely to make more money and live longer with a high school diploma. That's what the statistics say anyway. My name is Kate Noble. I am currently the school board president. I am also a Santa Fe High School graduate, and I am coming to you from my home in Santa Fe off of West Alameda, where it is so incredibly beautiful, and I am so grateful to live in this place where I grew up, and I know what a magical place it was to go to school, and all of you share that with me, and it's something you will never lose. And I thought about what I want to say, and I'm coming to you a little bit raw, no makeup, you know, it's 2020, we all stay home all the time apparently. But I guess what I want to say is what we're seeing now is unprecedented. You know that, you've heard all the words. But here's the piece of wisdom, I guess, as I think about what's important right now and what I know as a 44-year-old woman who is deeply rooted in this community where you're now high school graduates from. And I would say the wisdom is this: with great chaos comes great opportunity. I have had a few times in my life. One of them was at the city of Santa Fe in economic development when the Great Recession hit, and we got to invent some really good stuff, and it was super fun, and we made a difference in people's lives. So with great chaos comes great opportunity. Pick your thing and do it. It's been a raw deal in 2020 with a global pandemic, an economic catastrophe, and an incredibly important social movement that came together for your graduating year, which happens to be 2020, which is what we talk about as clear vision. If you have 2020 vision, you can see clearly. So you all are clearly incredibly special. And families, congratulations, well done. This class will be remembered by everyone. Celebrate it, love it. Teachers, thank you to everyone who supported this class, and I hope, graduates, that you know how many people supported you on the way to this crossroads that you're now at. So congratulations, you deserve everything, and the world has a lot of good things to offer. So go out there and do what you want, do what you're passionate about, and please make the world a better place. All the best to you. Congratulations.
Superintendent Dr. Veronica C. Garcia.
Greetings to the Mandela International Baccalaureate School graduating class of 2020, and congratulations to your families, your teachers, coaches, special mentors, special staff, and your principal, and of course, head leader, Randi Griot, who helped you along the way. You all did it. You accomplished a very big milestone, earning, and I mean earning with a capital E, your diploma. For some of you, it started 14 or 15 years ago in pre-K. For most of you, it started 13 years ago in kindergarten, when your parents lovingly and probably tearfully sent you off to a brand new world. And now I would imagine your parents and family are happily and tearfully sending you off to another new world, more different than any of them could have ever imagined. When you pictured this big day, you had many ideas and visions of what it would look like and what it would feel like. Never did you imagine that all that you look forward to your senior year would be taken away from you by something we've never heard of before and that we still don't completely understand, COVID-19. Never did you think that your dreams would not come true as planned, regardless of how hard you worked by something that none of us expected, a global pandemic. We all as a society share in your pain. You didn't get to have your traditional senior year. You didn't get to have your traditional commencement exercise in May. But when you think about it, many dreams and plans have been shattered for so many people in so many different ways. Beautiful weddings postponed or that became private, maybe shared over Zoom. Women going into labor with family left at home to virtually greet the precious new life in their families. And the saddest of all, loved ones breathing their last breath, scared and alone. This has been a very, very sad time for all of us. We are all living through one of the most tumultuous and, quite frankly, horrific time in our recent history. A global pandemic, an economic recession, and civil unrest due to the systemic racism which has been like a poison that has slowly been killing the spirit of what it truly means to be an American living with liberty and justice for all. But yet I remain hopeful. Why, you may ask? Because of each and every one of you. Because you will be the answer to these problems. You will be the hope that gets me up every morning. That among you will be the bioscientist, the epidemiologist, the new infectious disease guru, the brilliant economist, the courageous and ethical politician, the teacher, the nurse, the professor, the gardener, the artist, the poet, and the cook. You, my dear class of 2020, give me strength, and you give me hope because you hold the answers to today's problems. Oh, we'll be here to help and hopefully not make too much of a mess of things until you can take over. I have great faith in you. You've shown tenacity, resilience, a can-do attitude, and strength of character. One thing I know for sure, it is the adversities in life that truly shape us and make us stronger. From these hardships, you too will continue to come out of this stronger and wiser than the senior classes before you. You've been strengthened for the challenges that lay ahead. I have a great confidence in you. I am so proud of you, and I look forward to shaking your hand when we celebrate you in person. I hope sooner than later. God bless, be well, and stay well because we're counting on you. Congratulations.
Head learner Randi Griot.
Dear Mandela International Magnet School graduating class of 2020, congratulations. Today marks one of life's great milestones, your graduation from high school. From the moment that your parents enrolled you in kindergarten, they've dreamt of this day where you would walk away from school with a diploma in your hand, and you've done it. I think, what else is it that you'd be taking with you as you leave this school and you go out into an uncertain world? Some things that come to my mind. You will take friendships with you, and some of those friendships will last the rest of your lives. Some of you will take your first ever international experience with you. Many of you will take your first ever camping experience with you, and you did it not just once, but you did it over and over and over again. You will all take with you a love of community service and a belief that it truly makes a difference. You'll take with you a certain self-confidence in your voice, in your point of view. You'll take with you a belief that your voice makes a difference. You'll take with you ethics. You'll take with you principles and honesty that will last you forever. And you will see many people around you that don't demonstrate those qualities. Always remember that you have them and always show them. The mission and the vision of Mandela International Magnet School is that students would graduate with the initiative and the desire and the vision and the tools to make change, positive change in the international community. And I have full confidence that each one of you has graduated with those qualities. There may be times in the last months where you and I and all of us have come to the edge where we say, you know what? This almost feels like despair. What's going on here? Who's in control? Doesn't matter anyways. I take comfort in one of the quotes of our namesake, Nelson Mandela, who said, "I'm fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I don't know. But part of being an optimist means keeping one's head pointed towards the sun and one's feet moving forward." And you, Mandela International Magnet School, graduating class of 2020, you have shown those qualities over and over and over again. Since this school began, you've continued to get yourselves back up and keep yourselves moving forward. You have had the wonderful privilege of an amazing education. And I need you to remember that with great privilege comes great responsibility. So go out, do great things, be true to you, find your passions and follow them. But always, always remember what you learned here. 2 more things that you'll carry with you: the heart of the lion and the spirit of Ubuntu. You are an amazing graduating class, and I'm so proud of you. This is your day.
Valedictorian Malcolm Ehlers.
I have been a MIM student for a third of my life, and it's difficult for me to wrap my head around the fact that that portion of my life is now coming to an end. Off the top of my head, I can easily think of 20 or more people that I consider myself friends with that I've probably already had my last conversation with, and none of those conversations were anywhere near as meaningful as I wish they were. Even in the last of all my classes, when I had the chance to say some parting words to these people who legitimately have been major and positive parts of my life, I decided to just treat it as a normal time and say nothing special. Part of it could have been that I didn't want to admit that those classes were the last time that I'd be seeing my classmates, but mostly it was because I felt that nothing I could have said would have been able to express everything I wanted to express before I left their lives forever. Luckily, I was given a second chance to struggle with that problem, and I think I'm going to try and overcome it this time. It's been an absolute joy being a part of this community, and no matter what my future holds, my heart will ache for what I had here. The size of our class and the amount of time we spent together and all of our shared experiences have created a connection between us that's difficult to describe. A lot of people in this class are very different from me, different interests, different personalities, different ways of seeing the world, and yet I have no problem striking up and maintaining a conversation with any of them. I know how everyone operates, even if I don't fully understand it, and vice versa. And I'm so glad I have these connections, because to see the same intelligence and the same desire to change the world from such a varied group of people is genuinely inspiring to me. It reminds me that there's something special about humans that let us get this far in the first place, even if it looks like it's all ready to come toppling down. When I started writing this speech, one of my main goals was to stray away from the topic of COVID-19 as much as possible. Recently, I've noticed that whenever people are addressing us as a graduating class, all they have to say is how terrible it is that we're graduating under these conditions and how resilient we are for being able to get through it, which bothers me because there's so much more to this class and why it's incredible than how we spent our final 2 months of school. But it would also be disingenuous of me to ignore the impact that this virus has had on us. Many of us were robbed of the chance to take the exams we spent 2 years preparing for. All of us were robbed of the full enjoyment of events meant to celebrate us and reward us for all the work we've put in for 12 years. All of us were robbed of the chance to say goodbye the way we should have been able to. Even now, as I specifically have been giving a special platform to say my parting words, I'm unable to see how any of my classmates are reacting to it. There was nothing any of us could have done to prevent this. There's nothing any of us can do to truly get back what we have lost. And we're going to go out into the world anyway, and we're going to try and improve it anyway. And that's because of how we grew as people before COVID hit, and plenty of the things we do in the next few years of our life are going to be because of how we grew as people before COVID hit, as well as because of how we grew as people because COVID hit. The world, and particularly our country, is going to change a lot very soon, as an aftermath of not only COVID-19, but also the protests in response to the murder of George Floyd. This class is not only in the unlucky position of not knowing what the world's going to look like as we transition to our adult lives, but also in the lucky position of having some of the greatest ability to change what the world looks like as we transition to our adult lives. Society is run by its youth, and this class has produced some of the best youth I could hope to imagine. The unknown is scary no matter what, but the fact that social change is in the hands of such competent and driven people can only instill confidence that this change will be for the better. The class of 2060 will be complaining about serious problems, I'm sure of that, but so long as we're in charge, it won't be quite as serious as what we're complaining about now. Thank you, and goodbye.
Salutatorian Olivia Hogan.
Hello friends, family, and all the staff and students of Mandela International Magnet School. My name is Olivia Valdez Hogan, and I am honored to be the salutatorian for the MIMS class of 2020. I would also like to say congratulations to our class valedictorian, Malcolm Ellers. Way to go, and well deserved. People told me that my senior year would go by quickly, but I didn't quite understand what that meant until now. Our first semester, we hit the ground running with our second year of the diploma program, college essays, college applications, and TOK. Then in January, we worked hard to finish our extended essays and the many historical investigation drafts. We all thought that after spring break, we would wrap up our internal assessments, hang out with our friends, and study for the IB exams. But that didn't happen, did it? Growing up the daughter of a basketball player, my dad talked a lot about Coach John Wooden and his values. Wooden was a basketball player in Indiana, and he became the head coach of the UCLA basketball team, where he won 10 NCAA championships in 12 years. I remember my dad gave me one of his books, My Personal Best. My dad said, "This is going to help you," and I figured if he said that I needed to read this, then I probably should. In this book, Wooden shares his story and the lessons that he learned on his remarkable journey. He details the 2 sets of 3 which his father had taught him. The first set is don't lie, don't cheat, and don't steal. That seems pretty obvious and pretty easy. It's not too hard. However, the second set my dad often reminds me of, which is don't whine, don't complain, and don't make excuses. This one is a little bit harder, isn't it? I know every single person has whined, complained, or made an excuse. I know I have. We all have. I mean, come on, there's the obvious complaint. COVID-19 and this strange end to our senior year. Yes, we could whine about how this year didn't end as we'd hoped. We could also complain that we didn't get celebrated the way we should have. But let's not forget about all the other years at Mandela. What about all the wonderful memories, our amazing teachers, our principals, and our friends? Those are good times, and those are good things. Let's hold on to that. Don't let COVID-19 define our senior year, and don't let it define us. Do you all remember how our first couple of years at Mandela started? We had gathering every morning, and then plática several days a week. And let's not forget all the talks about this new thing called International Baccalaureate, and all the learner profile trait discussions. I bet we can name most of them, if not all of them. There's inquirer, knowledgeable, thinker, communicator, principled, open-minded, caring, risk-taker, balanced, and reflective. Yes, we had to listen to Tony, Natalie, Nevada, and Anne go on and on about these. Then every teacher at Mandela since then has talked about them. But now I recognize how valuable these lessons were and how this has shaped us to be the young adults we are today. Let's take these traits and this IB education and apply it in whatever we do next. Let's make a positive change. I am honored to be a part of the IB program, of Mandela, and of this graduating class. Without all the help and support of my family, I would not be standing here giving this speech today. So thank you. To my parents, thank you for raising me the way you did and for helping me become the person I am today. I know I could be a pain, but here we are. We did it. I'm off to play music at DePaul. I love you guys. To my track coach and all the music mentors, thank you. I would not be the competitor and musician I am today without all of you. Thank you to all the teachers I've had throughout my time at MIMS. I appreciate everything you all have done for me and my classmates. We realize that this pandemic is hard for students, but we forgot that you were also in the same situation as us. So thank you for continuing to teach us, for doing your best to make this virtual learning experience positive, and I especially thank you for pushing us all to finish strong. Finally, I would like to say thank you to all my friends. I'm going to miss you, and I hope you know how much I appreciate how supportive and caring you've been. I always was able to go to you if I needed something, if I needed to talk, and even when I needed to cry. You all kept me going, and I'm so glad that I've shared our high school experience together. And Zoe, I'll see you in the Midwest. In closing, I want to congratulate the class of 2020. We did it, guys, and we had some obstacles along the way, but we did it and we finished strong. Way to go. Nelson Mandela said, sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. We can be that generation. Thank you.
Mandela founder Tony Gerlich.
Hello, MIMS class of 2020. Congratulations. It is a pleasure and an honor for me to have the opportunity to extend my congratulations to you as well. You guys are great. I am so proud of you, and I am so proud of what you have achieved. This graduation is significant. And I learned that some of you are heading off to the best colleges in the country. Well done. Some of you are staying closer to home to further your education. Well done. Some of you are taking a gap year to explore, learn new things in life before heading off. Congratulations and well done to you. Wish I would have done that. As you go, remember the tagline of the school. We educate the whole person for the whole world. And that means the head, the heart, the body, and the soul. You've had a wonderful intellectual education at Mandela, and we hope that you've developed your emotional intelligence as well, to feel your emotions and use them in guiding your path forward. Listen to your heart. The body has its own intelligence, especially if you take care of it, and it can guide your decision-making throughout the future as well. And this amorphous thing that we call the soul brings meaning to what we do. It resonates with us. It is true to our values that we've received from our parents, our school, our community, and yourself. Use all those things in that great TOK question, how do we know what we know, as you move forward. You know, another thing about the school that I remember so well was the very, very opening of the school, when we had Ambassador Delano Lewis, the U.S. Ambassador to South Africa during the time of Nelson Mandela, come to our school. He gave a gathering with his wife, took questions, and I remember him telling me that one of the lessons he learned from Nelson Mandela was to listen to his ancestors and incorporate the culture into his life. And in an old African proverb, he took it to heart, which he shared with me, that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. You and MIMS have gone far together. All of us together have had a role to play in where you are right now. Please recognize your teachers, recognize your parents, because together everyone has gone far. Please stay in touch over the years. I'm terribly excited to see how your story unfolds. I have no doubt that together you will go far, and I will sure look forward to seeing that. I send you all my best wishes, and I send you all my love. Bye-bye.
Keynote speaker Ndaba Mandela.
Hi, my name is Ndaba Mandela, the grandson of the great Nelson Mandela. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me say a huge congratulations on your graduation. You are now adults, and it's time for you to take a big step into the world. Yes, the world right now is not looking like a place that anybody wants to be in. The world has shown us that the leaders of today do not have the answers. The system has shown all the ugly cracks. We now have the opportunity as young people to shape the future. You, every single one of you who have graduated today, you have worked hard, well done, you have accomplished something. And guess what? You have now the opportunity to shape the way the world should be going forward. So be bold, be strong, be brave, be courageous.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mandela International Magnet School presents the class of 2020. Attending the University of Denver, Gonzalo Alfonso. Attending the University of New Mexico, Alondra Azurdia. Attending Columbia College in Chicago, Zoe Carson. Attending Carnegie Mellon University, Malcolm Ahlens. Attending St. John's College, Lacia Fiuti. Traveling after graduation, Sullivan Garfield. Attending the University of the Pacific, Tino Gonzalez Sherwood. Attending the University of New Mexico, Esme Heller. Attending New Mexico Tech, Dante Hernandez. Attending the University of New Mexico, Michael Hernandez. Attending DePaul University in Indiana, Olivia Hogan. Attending Northwestern University, Emma Horning. Attending Portland State University, Rami Jagers. Attending Lewis and Clark College, Theo Leahy Silverman. Taking a gap year, Sebastian Lopez. Attending the University of New Mexico, Caitlin Lujan. Attending New Mexico Highlands University, Miranda Lujan. Attending the University of New Mexico's School of Engineering, Megan Menetry. Taking a gap year, Jace Merriman. Attending the University of New Mexico, Laura Miramontes. Attending the University of New Mexico, Aurelie Olivas. Attending Santa Fe Community College, Delphine Peterson. Attending New Mexico State University, Casey Standridge. Attending the University of New Mexico, Luke Thompson. Attending Santa Fe Community College, Amanda Trujillo.